Culture is a powerful force that shapes how we think, act, and interact with others. From the language we speak to the traditions we follow, culture influences nearly every aspect of our daily lives. In this opening scene, we'll explore what culture means and why it's so important in understanding human behavior. As we journey through this video, you'll see how culture provides a framework for our beliefs, values, and social norms, guiding us in ways we often don't even realize. Let's begin by defining culture and setting the stage for how it impacts us all. Culture can be described as the shared patterns of behaviors, beliefs, and values that are passed down from generation to generation. It includes language, customs, rituals, art, and much more. These elements create a sense of identity and belonging within a group. Understanding culture is essential because it helps us make sense of why people behave differently across societies. In this scene, we'll break down the components of culture and see how they form the foundation of our social lives, influencing everything from our choices to our interactions. Language is one of the most visible aspects of culture. It's not just a tool for communication, but also a way to express cultural values and beliefs. The words we use, the way we speak, and even our gestures are shaped by our cultural backgrounds. In some cultures, communication is direct, while in others, it's more subtle and relies on context. This scene explores how language influences our interactions and how cultural differences in communication can lead to misunderstandings or enrich our experiences. Social norms are the unwritten rules that govern behavior in a society. They tell us what is acceptable and what is not, guiding our actions in public and private settings. These norms are deeply rooted in culture and can differ widely from one group to another. For example, what's considered polite in one culture may be seen as rude in another. In this scene, we'll look at how social norms shape our behavior and why understanding them is key to navigating different cultural environments. Values and beliefs are at the heart of culture. They define what a society considers important, right, or wrong. These core principles influence our decisions, priorities, and how we view the world. Whether it's the value placed on family, education, or freedom, cultural beliefs shape our motivations and actions. In this scene, we'll explore how values and beliefs are formed, transmitted, and how they impact our everyday choices. Traditions and rituals are expressions of culture that bring people together and reinforce shared values. From holiday celebrations to daily routines, these practices create a sense of continuity and belonging. They help us mark important events, express our identities, and connect with others. In this scene, we'll see how traditions and rituals influence behavior and why they are so meaningful in shaping our cultural experiences. Family is often considered the cornerstone of culture. The way families are organized, the roles assigned to members, and the expectations placed on them vary across cultures. These structures influence how we learn, grow, and relate to others. In this scene, we'll examine how family shapes behavior from childhood through adulthood and how cultural differences in family dynamics impact our lives. Education is a key mechanism for transmitting culture. The way we learn what we learn and how education is valued differs across societies. Schools, teachers, and curricula all play a role in shaping our understanding of the world and our place in it. In this scene, we'll explore how education reflects cultural priorities and how it influences behavior, attitudes, and opportunities. Religion and spirituality are deeply embedded in many cultures. They provide meaning, purpose, and guidance for behavior. Religious beliefs and practices can influence everything from moral decisions to social interactions. In this scene, we'll look at how religion shapes cultural norms and values and how it impacts the way people behave and relate to one another. Art is a reflection of culture, expressing shared values, emotions, and stories. Whether through music, dance, painting, or literature, artistic expression helps us understand and connect with others. In this scene, we'll explore how art influences behavior, shapes identity, and serves as a bridge between cultures. Food is more than just sustenance, it's a cultural symbol. The way we prepare, share, and enjoy food is shaped by tradition and social norms. Meals bring people together, reinforce cultural identity, and influence behavior. In this scene, we'll see how food practices vary across cultures and how they impact our daily lives. The way we dress and present ourselves is influenced by cultural norms and values. Clothing choices can signal identity, status, and belonging. In this scene, we'll explore how appearance is shaped by culture and how it affects the way we are perceived and treated by others. Work is another area where culture plays a significant role. The types of jobs people pursue, the value placed on work, and workplace norms are all influenced by cultural beliefs. In this scene, we'll look at how occupation shapes behavior and how cultural differences impact professional life. Gender roles are defined by culture and can vary widely across societies. These roles influence expectations, opportunities, and behavior. In this scene, we'll explore how cultural beliefs about gender shape our lives and impact the way we interact with others. Culture also shapes how we view age and generational differences. The respect given to elders, the roles of youth, and the expectations for each stage of life are influenced by cultural norms. In this scene, we'll see how age impacts behavior and how generational differences are managed within cultures. Social hierarchies are structures of power and status within a culture. These hierarchies influence behavior, access to resources, and social mobility. In this scene, we'll explore how social hierarchies are formed, maintained, and how they impact our lives. Group identity is a sense of belonging to a particular cultural group. This identity shapes how we see ourselves and how we relate to others. In this scene, we'll look at how group identity is formed and how it influences behavior, loyalty, and social cohesion. Cultural adaptation is the process of adjusting to new cultural environments. Whether moving to a new country or interacting with different groups, adaptation requires learning new norms and behaviors. In this scene, we'll explore how people adapt to cultural changes and the challenges they face. Cultural diversity refers to the variety of cultural expressions within a society. This diversity enriches our lives, offering new perspectives and experiences. In this scene, we'll see how diversity influences behavior and why it's important for social harmony. Cultural conflict arises when differences in beliefs, values, or norms lead to misunderstandings or tension. These conflicts can occur within or between groups. In this scene, we'll explore the causes of cultural conflict and how it impacts behavior and relationships. Cultural integration is the blending of different cultural elements into a cohesive whole. This process can lead to new traditions, values, and behaviors. In this scene, we'll look at how integration happens and how it shapes society. Globalization has increased the interaction between cultures, leading to the exchange of ideas, values, and behaviors. This process can both enrich and challenge traditional cultures. In this scene, we'll explore how globalization impacts cultural behavior and identity. Technology is changing the way cultures are formed and maintained. Social media, communication tools, and digital platforms influence how we interact and express ourselves. In this scene, we'll see how technology shapes cultural behavior and connects people across the globe. Cultures are not static, they evolve over time. Changes can be driven by innovation, migration, or shifts in values. In this scene, we'll explore how cultural change happens and how it affects behavior and social norms. Cultural preservation is the effort to maintain and protect cultural traditions, values, and practices. This is important for maintaining identity and continuity. In this scene, we'll look at how preservation happens and why it matters for future generations. Symbols are powerful representations of culture. They can be objects, gestures, or words that carry deep meaning. In this scene, we'll explore how symbols influence behavior and help us communicate cultural values. Cultural transmission is the process by which culture is passed from one generation to the next. This happens through socialization, education, and communication. In this scene, we'll see how transmission shapes behavior and ensures cultural continuity. Innovation within culture leads to new ideas, practices, and ways of thinking. This can drive progress and change behavior. In this scene, we'll explore how cultural innovation happens and how it impacts society. The environment in which we live shapes our culture, and culture in turn influences how we interact with our surroundings. From architecture to resource use, environmental factors play a role in cultural development. In this scene, we'll see how culture and environment are interconnected. Culture is a fundamental force in shaping human behavior. It influences how we think, act, and relate to others. As we've seen throughout this video, culture provides the framework for our values, norms, and identities. Understanding the role of culture helps us appreciate diversity, navigate differences, and build stronger connections. In conclusion, culture is not just a backdrop to our lives. It's an active force that guides our actions and shapes our world.